Peace, fam. Peace, fam. Thank you guys for joining. We are live. We are live. How you going, Papa Judd? We are live, and we're going to get into medical astrology, food for the stars, real quick, real soon. Just going to wait for a little bit more people to show up, and then we will get into the lecture. We will get into the information. I am glad that you guys are joining. It does mean a lot that you guys are here. How you doing, Donna Smith? Thank you guys for joining. We will be going over all 12 signs. This lecture may be a little lengthy, but we're going to have to deal with it because there are 12 signs, and it will take some time to get through all 12 signs. But before we get through all 12 signs, we have to go over certain things about nutrition in general first before we get to all 12 signs. How you doing? Thank you guys for joining. Please share the live so that we can get more people in here to learn more about their health and with their specific sign. And this sign is more so for the rising sign than it is for the other signs. The rising sign in certain astrologies is actually more important than the sun sign. Right, the rising sign is how you come off to people. The sun sign is kind of how is the identity, and the moon sign is kind of your inner thoughts, how you think, how you emotionally think on the inside. With that being said, we're gonna get started in a second. I'm just gonna wait for probably one more person to join in, and then we're going to hop into this lecture or this information. This science, because it's really a science. It's not some mumbo jumbo stuff that people say. And also, if you are enjoying this, whenever we get started, you can always donate to this Cash App right there, AIEINC. You can donate there. However much you could donate, $1, 50 cents, $2, $5, $10, $20. If you want to give $100, hey, that's great too. Whatever you want to do. But we're definitely going to get it in. We're definitely going to get it in today. It's now 3:33. That is my sign to start. So I'm going to start this lecture or this information. So I want to talk about nutrition. Before we actually get into medical astrology, the food for the stars, we have to contemplate what is nutrition. What is nutrition? Excuse my handwriting. I have terrible handwriting, but it's all right. We're going to get through it. What is nutrition? Right? Nutrition is the input of physical or, emphasis on or, metaphysical substances, right? Physical or metaphysical. The reason why this is important is because many people think that that nutrition is solely physical. It's solely like your water or other things like that. Oh shoot, I completely forgot. Before I continue going, thank you guys for joining. I appreciate all you guys. If you're looking to donate, please donate. Before I continue, I'm going to light some Palo Santo because I completely forgot to do that. I want to make sure to get good energy in the atmosphere, good vibes, positive vibes. We don't want no bad vibes, nothing like that. We are being positive here. Yes, so get good vibes in the room real fast. Good vibes for you guys. Thank you. Put it on me real fast. Over my head. Down to the feet. Give me a quick second, almost finished. Sorry guys, I should have did this beforehand. But I did forget. Peace fam. Thank you guys for joining. If you are interested in donating, please donate to AIE Inc., which is down there. It's pinned. It's a pinned comment. And also please share the live and comment 333 if you're feeling free. So what is nutrition? Let's get back to the subject at hand. Nutrition is the input of physical or metaphysical substances. All right? Physical or metaphysical. Like I said, we really tend to think that it's really just about eating apples or eating vegetables or eating whole grain breads or drinking water. That's not all it is, right? Metaphysical substances are things beyond the physical, things you cannot see. You can't see the sun's radiation. You can't see sound waves, frequency waves, the AM and FM radio waves. You can't see that. It's not a part of the visible light spectrum. You have the visible light spectrum. What color I want to do this? I want to do it in red. So you have the visible light spectrum. Visible light. You have this little area, and this is like AM waves, and this is like UV rays, right? This little area right here, this area, this is where your purple is. This is where your red is, and this is all the colors in between that, right? The color spectrum. We can only see this. That's all that we can see. We can't see the AM rays or the UV rays, right? This and this is considered metaphysical. It's beyond the physical. It's beyond this. I can't see it, right? So it's very important to understand that it's not just physical. So the music you listen to, if you listen to music that is shoot a nigga, kill a nigga, I robbed him on the block, but I love my block, but fuck the block at the same time. But it's so fucking stupid. But if you listen to that type of stuff, you are giving yourself bad nutrition. We don't want to do that. We want to give ourselves good nutrition, right? So I had to make clear. I had to make clear what nutrition was before I continue, right? Now, what is proper nutrition? Let's go over proper nutrition. Proper nutrition, fam. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate all you guys coming. For all those who have joined, please share the live, share it 3 times, share it 6 times, share it 9 times. How many times you want to share it? But at least once. You feel me? And then you can also donate down there below. So, proper nutrition. Proper nutrition. What is proper nutrition? Reward, color. I'm gonna do black. You want to eat. In terms of physical things, you want to eat veggies, fruit, nuts, seeds, and water. That's physical nutrition. Pretty simple. Just make sure it's all organic and fresh, because you can't get stuff that is packaged and think that nothing's been done to it to preserve it. You follow me? Granted, you really can't think that way for fresh fruits too unless you grow it yourself. It's best if you grow it yourself. We're actually heading into a time where we're going to want to start growing it ourselves. Now, what is metaphysical? Metaphysical, excuse my handwriting, but you get me. Sounds, frequencies, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. This is terrible handwriting, but you get the point. This is proper nutrition, but it's proper when you use it when it comes to sound healing, right? Or you do Reiki or Sekem, same thing, right? That's proper metaphysical nutrition. Dreaming, right? That's metaphysical. Taking dreams and then writing them down is proper nutrition for the metaphysical, right? So let's move on to the next subject. Now that we got what is nutrition out the way, I had to break down the basics first before I continue to move on to the next subject. Now we have to talk about what is astrology, right? What is astrology really? What is astrology? Whoops. What is astrology? Right? Comment 333 if you're liking this information, fam. I appreciate it. And also share the live if you're liking the information. And you can also donate down below. So, what is astrology? Astrology is a science. It is a science. It is not no mumbo jumbo, spookism, anti something. It's science. It's the study of the planets or energies of the planets. You can say it that way too. Study the planets and their effect on the entities on Earth or Kai, or however you want to, you get it, right? The study of the planets is not no mumbo jumbo spookism shit. This is science. I have to continually explain that it's science because a lot of quote unquote scientists will say that this is pseudoscience. That's not true. The reason why they say it's pseudoscience is because they don't want you to know that this is real science. This is the science that we used to do on a regular basis. We used to study the stars. We used to sit outside on the grass and be like, oh, what is that? What is this? What is that doing? You know what I'm saying? We used to do that. We don't do that anymore. And so astrology is a study of the planets and the stars. I had to make that clear, right? Now that we got that out the way, I have to talk about organic and inorganic, right? Now, it might seem like I'm jumping around, but I'm doing this before I get to these specific zodiac signs so you understand what I'm about to talk about, right? Organic, inorganic. Organic in terms from the USDA definition. The USDA definition. There's a difference between USDA and chemistry, which I'm going to talk about in a second. The USDA definition is shit. Organic is not sprayed. It's not sprayed with pesticides. I don't have to type out all that shit. No pesticides. And this has pesticides. That's the USDA definition, the U.S. Department of Agriculture. In chemistry, there's something called organic chemistry. Organic chem, I'm just going to abbreviate it, and inorganic chem. Right? Organic chemistry and inorganic chemistry. Right? Organic chemistry, you're dealing with substances that have carbon. Inorganic chemistry, there's no carbon. carbon bonds, carbon-hydrogen bonds, specifically. Carbon-hydrogen meaning CH, right? Carbon-hydrogen bonds, right? This is a molecular bond. The carbon element, the hydrogen element, or the molecule, excuse me, the carbon molecule and the hydrogen molecule come together to create a bond, right? And peace, fam. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate all you guys. Right, exactly. They don't want it to know that, Joan. Thank you guys for joining. Ooh, a lot of people have been joining. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Also, if you're interested in donating, please donate. It's right here. It's pinned right here. It says AIEINC. Please donate right there. Help me out so that I can continue to do these for you guys. Carbon hydrogen bonds. Different. Now remember, USDA and then chemistry. This says no pesticides. This says carbon bonds. Two completely different things, right? And I need to make this clear: the distinction between organic and inorganic, between USDA and chemistry, because of what I'm about to talk about next, right? So now that we understand or understand what organic and inorganic is for chemistry, now we can ask, what's this red? I don't know. Cell salts. Cell salts, fam. What is a cell salt? Right? A cell salt is an organic / inorganic, and I'll explain why I do that. Organic salt that is mixed with the elements the body needs. So like an inorganic salt, so you have magnesium, calcium, phosphate, and a whole bunch of other ones, right? There's a whole bunch of other ones, right? But the point is, cell salts are the combination of one or two. I'm sorry, not one or two. Two of these, right? So you could have calcium phosphate, right? That would be one. Calcium phosphate, right? Or you could have magnesium chloride, MgCl, right? And I think that this is negative up there, if I'm not mistaken. But magnesium chloride, right? Now, why do I bring up cell salts? What is this? What does organic, inorganic, and nutrition have anything to do with fucking astrology? What the fuck is all this? Does all this have to do with anything of that, right? So, in the Zodiac, you have the Zodiac, right? I think I'm about to butcher this, but fuck it. Right? So you have the axis, right? Then you have each house. I already know I'm fucking this up, but we're gonna make it through, fam. Right? So we have the first house, second house, third house, fourth house, fifth house, sixth house, seventh house, eighth house, ninth house, 10th house, 11th house, 12th house. You have 12 houses within the Zodiac, right? Aries, if you're Aries, and I think that, what is that? April, January, March, April to May, something like that. I can't remember the top of my head. Aries rules the first house, right? Taurus rules the second house. Gemini is the third house. The fourth house is Cancer. The fifth house is Leo. The sixth house is Virgo. The seventh house is Scorpio, which is where we're at right now. We're in Scorpio season, so the sun is around like this area, right? The moon. Hold on, I'll get to that in a second. So this is Scorpio, right? And then from here you have, what the fuck's after Scorpio? Sag, Sagittarius. From 9, you have Capricorn. 10, you have Aquarius. I feel like I missed one. Aquarius. I did miss one. Libra. I missed Libra. 7 is Libra. I knew I forgot something. I was like, what the fuck is this? Something was off. I ran out of zodiac signs. So this is this is Libra. So the sun is actually not over here. It's actually over here. This is Scorpio. This is Capricorn. No, damn it. This is Sagittarius. God dang. Sag, right? This is Cap. This is Aquarius. I don't know how to spell that shit. Aquarius, and this is Pisces. Right? I hope that made some sort of sense to you guys. And peace fam. Thank you guys for joining. Please donate if you can. If not, please share the live and comment to help me out. So we got Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Cap, Aquarius, Pisces, right? The reason why I bring this up, first off, the moon right now, according to today, which is November 9th, is in Capricorn. So the moon is over here right now. The north node is over here. I think it's in 1 degree Gemini. But that's besides the point. The reason why I brought up the cell salt and organic, all that stuff, is because each one of these signs, and this more so goes for your rising sign than it does for your sun or your moon, right? So your rising sign, my rising sign is what's my rising sign? Aries, right? So each sign is more susceptible to certain health conditions, right? So Aries is more susceptible to head injuries, right? Aries rules the head area, the pituitary gland. This shit up here, that's Aries, right? Taurus is like the base of the skull to the neck and the shoulders, right? Gemini is things in twos, but specifically your lungs is more of what it is, right? But it also constitutes for your arms, your legs, because your arms is in two, your legs are in two, your kidneys are in two. You feel me? But it's really the lungs is a big one for this. Cancer is your stomach, the actual organ stomach, not stomach as in oh my gut. No, the actual organ of the stomach. Leo is the heart, the back, and the spine. Virgo is the small and large intestines, which is why people say that Virgo has a weak gut. But I'm gonna get to that in a second. Libra is the kidneys, which is back here, and the lower back. Scorpio is a sexual organ, so all that area. Sag is the thighs. You know, if you ever see a Sagittarius woman or a Sagittarius man, they usually have either thicker thighs or just dumb skinny thighs. But I'll get to that in a second. Capricorn is the bones, the bone structure, the knees, right? Aquarius is the calves, and Pisces is the feet. Now, the reason why I go over this is because each one of these is actually more susceptible to not having or not being able to absorb a specific cell salt. Did you remember I said cell salt? Right? Each one of these is going to need a specific cell salt, and there's 12 of them, right? And there's 12 zodiac signs. Each one of these is going to need a specific cell salt, more so than the others, right? So now that we're here, I'm going to erase this, and then I'm going to go over each one specifically. So listen to your rising sign. I mean, your sun sign and your moon sign as well. You do want to listen to that as well, but this is more so for your rising, right? Let's see who else. Peace fam. Thank you guys for joining. Please share the live and donate to this to the Cash App right here. I would really appreciate $5, $2, $10, whatever you want to donate. So your cell salt for Aries. Aries is what? A fire sign, right? It is a cardinal, which means it takes action. But remember, it rules the head, right? So it's more susceptible to head injuries. Now, its cell salt. Hold on. Aries' cell salt is No. Aries cell salt is, no, I was right, caliphosphate. Caliphosphate. Or caliphos. Kaliphos. Hold on, here it is. Caliphos. It's cell salt. Kali, Kali dot PHOS dot. Right? This is the cell salt for Aries. Right? Now, do you remember how I said that there's inorganic and organic? This can be inorganic. The cell salt can be either inorganic, meaning made in a lab somewhere, or it can be organic. You can get this from foods. Right? Now, I'm not going to talk about the inorganic, because you can buy that from a fucking store. The organic ones, right? So the foods for Aries to be eaten, you have white beans. Now, take notes. If you're an Aries rising, take notes on this. This will help you. I'm trying to tell you. White beans. You have cucumbers. You have cauliflower. You have pumpkin. Orange. Oranges or orange juice. You have bananas. You have potatoes. Now, with potatoes, I'm really loose on potatoes. Even cauliflower, because not all these vegetables that I'm about to name are all real vegetables, unfortunately. But you can use your own discernment. Tomatoes, dates, figs, apples, almonds, peanuts, lentils, and ginger. Right? These fruits and vegetables are going to give you this caliphos for Aries. So if you're Aries, write this down. Like, write this shit down. Don't just take this and not do nothing with it. Write it down. You can really learn. This is real shit that I'm showing you guys. This is really like, this is the cell salt for Aries, and these are the vegetables for it. You can get these vegetables at your fucking store. You can grow them yourself. And if you're Aries, this will help you with your head issues. Right? They'll give you this. Yeah, so we're only going over food for the stars. In another video, I'm gonna go over herbs for the stars, but we're not there yet. That's a different video. So that was the cell salts for Aries, right? And if you didn't get it, you can just rewind this video, and then you can get it, right? So that was Aries, right? Now we're going on to Taurus. Hold on. Let me delete this. Taurus. Taurus. Hopefully I spelled that right. Taurus. Taurus is what? An earth sign. Taurus is a fixed earth sign, which means that it could be a little more rigid, but it could also be more focused, right? Then you have it rules the neck and shoulders, and the thyroid gland. Hold on, my cat's gonna come inside. What you want? What you want? I'm busy. So the thyroid gland, right? So you got the thyroid gland, the neck, and the shoulders. Now the cell salt for Taurus. The cell salt for Taurus is nat sulfur. Nat sulf. Hold on a second. That's nat myrrh, nat false, nat soft. There we go. So you have nat soft. And nat means natrum sulfuricum, but we just abbreviate because it's too much. Nat soft. Period. Right? Now, what foods include this? Right? You have lentils, spinach, oats. I like oats. Oats are good for you. Oats, garlic. If you're a Taurus rising or Taurus sun, write this down. Write it down. Garlic. What was that? Parsley. Celery, dandelion. Celery, dandelion. Then we got chilies. Fuck. Horseradish. Which I've never had before. If you've had horseradish before, comment, because I want to know how that even tastes. Broccoli. And broccoli, I'm very skeptical on, because broccoli is not a man-made vegetable, so it's, so broccoli, cabbage, same with cabbage. Cabbage is also a man-made vegetable, so I'm skeptical on cabbage, but it still works. Brussels sprouts are just another form of cabbage, but they all have this, if that makes sense. And if you live in the hood, or if you live in a situation where you don't have enough finances to be going out and getting a whole bunch of stuff, but you got cabbage, and you got broccoli, and you got Brussels sprouts, well, do what you got to do for the time being. You feeling me? You got to start somewhere. Broccoli. Oh wait, I already put broccoli. What the fuck? I meant Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts. Kale, which is a great one. Kale, onions. Onions is really good. Like, onions is bomb. Like, red onions are bomb for the body. Like, they got so many good things for it. Beets, the red ones. Green peppers. Apples, cucumber, and pumpkin. If you're a Taurus, write this down. Write this down and start getting these in, because these will really help you. Oh, what do red onions do for the body? So, red onions, one, it gives you antioxidants, and it's dumb high in antioxidants. The antioxidants are good for cancer fighting agents. It's good for oh wait. The other thing that I really liked about onions, it really helps with your there's a chemical in you, glutamate. It's also for G. I can't remember what it is, but the actual chemical it takes, that chemical is what predetermines how well you detoxify your body, right? And onions give you more of that chemical. It allows that chemical to be processed more. So when you eat a lot of red onions, you're going to be detoxing like a bitch. And I've always wondered why I loved red onions. but it was always like, a little spicy. I'll be like, I like it. Like my body likes it, but it does not taste good. But your body likes it because it's detoxing. It's getting the shit out. It's helping your liver. It's helping your gallbladder, your pancreas. It's helping your digestive system. This is really good. Onions are bomb. So, Taurus, write this shit down. Write that down. or take a screenshot. Do what you gotta do, right? I'm about to erase it down. So now we're gonna move on to Gemini. Right? Oops, I forgot to erase this one. Gemini. Gemini is what? An air sign, right? It's a mutable air sign, which means that it can change. It changes easier, right? It's a shit. It rules things in twos. Rules things in twos. But definitely the lungs. Right? For those who have Gemini, especially if you have a Mars inside of your Gemini in your chart, because I have this aspect. When you have a Mars in your Gemini on your chart, you're more susceptible to colds, flus. You're more susceptible to. You're more susceptible to colds, flus, asthma, lung issues, emphysema, blah 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 blah. Right. So your self salt. You're a Gemini. Kali Myrrh. Right? Kali Myrrh is the cell salt for Gemini. Oops. Sorry. So Kali Myrrh. KALI.MUR. Kali Myrrh is Kali Myrrhaticum. Myrrhaticum. Which is why I don't say it all, because I don't fucking know how to pronounce English. It's a stupid ass language. So, Kali Myrrh. Foods for this include peanuts. Now, peanuts, I'm really, really, really skeptical, especially if you're going to get it from like a bottle, because they will take peanuts, molded peanuts, and still crush it up, put it in peanut butter. So, when it comes to peanuts, you got to use that at your own discretion. So, peanuts, I don't eat peanuts, but everybody's different. Hazelnuts, lentils are bomb too. Lentils, I know I spelled that wrong. But lentils, potatoes, spinach, blackstrap molasses, ginger, Corin, you have asparagus, have celery, peaches, cauliflower, pineapple. One of the reasons why pineapple is also good for Gemini, which rules the lungs, because it has a chemical called bromelain, which is good for the lungs and the asthma and things like that. So that's another reason. Besides just that, so you got pineapple, kale, squash, red beets. Your Gemini, take a screenshot. You're gonna need that. We're gonna need that in the future. Is Whole Foods a good store to get these items from? A healthy. I have a love and hate relationship with Whole Foods. I say I love because it was one of the first stores that I went to that I was like, these vegetables are kind of decent. But then I realized who owns the actual the actual store is Jeff Bezos, and I don't really like how Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and all those other people handle different aspects of politics and different aspects of the power system, if that makes sense. So I would say that in terms of vegetables and fruits, it's best if you can grow your own. Get some seeds from Home Depot if you need to, or wherever, and then grow your own. But if you gotta go to the store, Whole Foods is not bad. But you have to realize that we are going into a technological era. Well, we're already in it, but it's more of an acceleration that's about to happen. And nanotechnology is a real thing. Is a real thing, and they can put that in many different things. And if the people who own these companies are into nanotech, you have to be, use your discernment on that, because it could be, at Whole Foods. It could be that. We don't know. But you could go to the random ethnic shops that be having foods in them. Those are usually pretty good because those are grown with or by regular people, if that makes sense. So if you're a Gemini, take a screenshot of that. Gonna need that. Please send a donation down there to AIEINC. It's right there. If you're liking the video, please send a donation. With that being said, let's move on to the next. That was Gemini. What's the next sign? Cancer. Cancer is the next sign. It rules the stomach. Well, I'm not even there yet. I'm still talking. I'm not there yet. Hold on. It rules the stomach. The actual organ, the stomach. Like the actual organ that looks like something like this. This is a terrible drawing, but you get my point. And then the stomach. And that was an extremely bad drawing. but you get my point. It is a cardinal sign. And what's interesting, I didn't even realize that Cancer starts off the summertime. When I realized that, I was like, that's very interesting, because Aries starts off the spring, which is when the spring equinox happens in March, which is when things start to come to life. And this starts off the summer. It's just interesting that a water sign starts off the summer. Ain't that interesting? But it also makes sense because Cancer is intuition, it's emotions. You there's more energy during the summertime, and it makes sense. Anyway, it's a cardinal sign, and it's water. It's a water sign. Remember, a cardinal sign means it takes action. Right. Now, its cell salt, Cancer cell salt is calcfleur. CALCFLOUR. As soon as I find it. Calcflour. Sorry, hold on. I think I just found it. Yeah, I found it. Okay, Calcflour. Boom. Right. Now, whoops. Food sources for this, right? You have alfalfa. Alfalfa is just good in general. No matter what sign you are, alfalfa is just good in general. It has so many minerals in it. So you have alfalfa. You got kelp. Kelp is also good. Kelp is a sea veggie. Has a lot of iodine and other minerals that a lot of plants don't have. So we got kelp, whole grains, which you should only be eating whole grain. Anyway, any starch, it should be whole grains. It shouldn't be no white, no wheat, no whole white, none of that. Whole grain, that's the difference. Whole grain, raw green veggies, which everybody should be eating, but it specifically has this for Cancer. Raw green veggies, beets, apples, mushrooms. Write that down if you're Cancer. You need that. There are two other ones in here, but I didn't write them down because one is eggs and the other one is fish. But those are it may give you this and it may be organic, but you're still eating another animal, another because I'm so big on not eating meat, I didn't write it down. But if you eat meat, you can. It doesn't necessarily make you any less spiritual, but it does lower your vibration. Which, I mean, technically it can make you less spiritual. But as long as you keep yourself up. But anyway, that's besides the point. But write it down if you're Cancer. And remember, this is for your rising sign, not for your sun or moon necessarily. Even though if you're a sun Cancer, it'll still apply. And even if you have a moon in your Cancer, it will still apply. But it really applies for your rising sign. I need to write it down. Rising sign. Rising sign. This is Cancer. You take a screenshot, do what you gotta do. I'm erasing it. And you can also, go back and, rewatch it and take a screenshot of, do what you gotta do. After Cancer, you got Leo. But by the way, what we just did, we went through the first quarter from here to here of the signs. This is the signs of the self, right? The signs of the self, right? We're about to go into the social signs. So Aries is a sign of how you perceive yourself, the identity, right? Taurus is the five physical senses, right? Gemini is the mental thoughts, but words. It's more specifically for words because Virgo is a different part of your brain, but we're not there yet. So this is for words, and then Cancer is your emotional body, right? Once you get your emotions, your words, the five senses to be able to see and move around, and then you learn who you are, the self, right? Then you can move into the fifth sign, which is Leo. Leo is. Let me erase this. I don't know why I put that right there. Leo is the sign for is courage. It is when you start going out and being social with the information that you just learned about yourself. So Leo is a fire sign. It is a fixed fire sign. and it happens in the middle of the summer, right? And then you have, what is the rule? The heart, the back, and the spine. So if you have a Leo rising or Leo sun, even a Leo moon, be wary about your heart, back, and your spine. And when I say wary, I don't mean like worry about it. I just mean like just take care of your heart, your back, and your spine. You should be doing that anyway. But if you're a Leo, just have more of a when you do that. So the cell salt for Leo is Mag Phos, MAGPHOS. What I'm looking for right now. Magnesia phosphorica, which is a whole bunch of a lot. But that's why we don't do all that. Just do, whoops. We need blue. We have Mag Phos, right? So the food sources, green veggies, right? Green veggies, green veggies. You have chocolate, dark chocolate, now dark chocolate is really sweet. It can be negative. It can give your body challenges. But even though it gives your body challenges, if you take a little bit and not like devour like a pound of fucking dark chocolate, it will still give you this cell salt for Leo. So, and you gotta make sure it's not like a Hershey's bar. Hershey's bar has a whole bunch of extra shit in it. You gotta get like straight up dark chocolate, like straight dark chocolate. No extra stuff added into it. Straight dark chocolate. Chlorophyll. And chlorophyll is found in green veggies. It's actually the reason why veggies are green, because of the chlorophyll. But you can also get chlorophyll in a liquid form if that's better for you. Nuts, seeds. Quinoa is a seed, by the way. It's a really good seed. Whole grains. Sea salt. Corn is in here, but corn is not digested by the body, so I'm not going to put it up here. But if you decide to eat corn, that's your prerogative, right? So, and then we got peas, right? Leo, write that down. If you're Leo, write that down. Or take a screenshot. Whatever you got to do. Please, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for joining. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate all the love and support. If you're liking this, please donate however much you want to donate to this Cash App right here. Hashtag AIE Inc. Well, that's not a hashtag. That's a $sign. $sign AIE. You can also comment 3 times. Hold on, my phone about to die. Let me grab this charger, because my phone about to die like shit. My phone about to die, and I can't have that. No. Whoops. Phone about to die, and I can't have that. No. Peace, fam. Man, that looks terrible handwriting. When I'm looking at this shit, that shit looks so bad. That shit does not look good at all. Even the medical astrology at the top that I wrote first, and I haven't erased, still looks bad as fuck. That's funny. But yeah, I take a screenshot of that. I'm going to move on to the next one. That is the Leo. What's next? Leo. After Leo, you got Virgo, which is my sign. It's the 6th zodiac sign, with Aries being the first and Pisces being the 12th. So, oh shit, I gotta erase this too. So Virgo, what is Virgo? So what is Virgo? Virgo is also the mental, but once you get the courage to express yourself, now you gotta analyze it through thoughts, but more so number type of analytical thoughts. Not necessarily your words. Words is Gemini. This is more so numbers and analyzing things. So after you get to Leo, now you're in Virgo. So Virgo, what do we know about Virgo? It's an earth sign. It's a mutable earth sign. It's the end of summer and the beginning of fall. And it rules the small and large intestine. Wow, I don't know how I spelled that like that. Intestine, right? The cell salt, I actually know this one off the top of my head, but I don't. Terrible. I thought it was Calimur, but it's not. It is Calimur. I was right. It is Calimur. Hey. So I didn't know it. See, we be knowing, but we be doubting. That's alright though. I actually just did this one, if I'm not mistaken. Did I just do this one? Yeah, so Calimur for Virgo, and we got, hold on. We got what? Peanuts, hazelnuts, lentils, potatoes, spinach, blackstrap molasses, then we got ginger, then we got asparagus, celery, peaches, cauliflower, pineapple, kale, squash, and beets. If you're a Virgo, write this down or take a screenshot. Do what you gotta do. For Virgo, and trust me, I know. for Virgo, you gotta be you really do have to be careful about what you be eating, because your colon is where disease starts, right? So for Virgo, because your small and large intestine is already not as optimally functioning as the other signs, right? You can be more susceptible to dis-ease, your body being at dis-ease, if you eat what everybody else be eating, right? Which is annoying, to be honest. Because sometimes I'll be wanting to eat something, but I'll be like, nah, I can't, because this shit is gonna hurt my body. It's gonna hurt my colon joint. So for Virgos, everybody needs to detox. Everybody needs to do a colon detox. But for Virgos, you really need to do a colon detox like every month. Like every month. and that's if you're one of the Virgos who, or Virgo risings, or Virgo suns, but really rising. If you're one of the Virgo risings that is very you eat kind of whatever, you really need to do a detox every month. But if you're a Virgo and you eat a lot of fruits and vegetables already, you don't have to do as much detoxing, but you definitely need to do that. Peace, fam. Peace, fam. Thank you, Onika. But yeah, so we got this. That's the cell for Virgo. Take a screenshot, and then I'm gonna move on. Let's erase this. From here we got after Virgo, after you've done analyzed everything and gotten the numbers and shit. Now we got to go to Libra, right? Is that right? Is that correct? Yeah, Libra. So because you have to now take all the analytics that you just got, and now you have to balance it out and be like, no, this is right, this is wrong, this is right, this is wrong, and be the judge, be the ma'at, right, of the whole thing. What is Libra? Libra is an air sign. It is a cardinal, which means it likes to take action. It rules the kidneys. YS. No, that's not how you spell it. But anyway, kidneys and the lower back. Right? Libra cell salt. Libra cell salt is nap soft. Right? I want to thank Dr. Layla Africa. If you don't know who that is, you need to know who that is. If you know who Dr. Sabi is, but you don't know who Dr. Layla Africa is, that's a problem. There really is a problem. You need to know who I'm going to write his name up here. Dr. Layla Africa. I spelled Africa wrong, goddamn. Africa. You need to know who this is. Right? This is a man who wrote a shit ton of books. But the main book that he wrote that I really want you guys to get is this book. The Holistic Self-Diagnosis book. The complete textbook of holistic self-diagnosis. That book is a gem. It has so much shit in it where you don't need to go to no doctor ever again. And I'm not bullshitting. You can really test your damn self with all that information. Now, not soft. What food sources? You got lentils, spinach, oats, garlic, parsley, celery, dandelion. And dandelion is really good. The dandelion really helps activate the bile in the gallbladder to help your digestive system move. Dandelion is a godsend. A lot of people don't even eat it. A lot of people don't even know what the fuck it is. Horseradish. You got broccoli, cabbage, kale, onions, beets, cucumbers, apples. Write that down for Libra. Take a screenshot. Do what you gotta do. It's good for you and all that good stuff. Thank you guys for joining. We are in the midst of learning. You're a Libra, Libra gang. Even I'm not a Libra. I don't even know if I have any Libra in my chart, to be honest. But if you're a Libra, take a screenshot of that. Nat Soft, and Dr. Leo Africa, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna erase his name. I'm gonna erase his name from up here. Then I'm gonna erase this. Now, for Libra, you gotta make sure to drink a lot of water. You because you rule the kidneys, and kidneys is one of the main ways of getting out toxins from the body. You have to make sure that your kidneys are strong. Right, you got to make sure to be drinking that water to make sure that shit comes out, and then you're taking herbs that are tonifying to the body, specifically the kidneys, so that you can strengthen that. And I'm doing a different video on herbs when it comes to that. So that is not for this video, because then this video will be even longer than what the fuck it is right now. And because I've only gone through half of the zodiac signs. That's not even all of it. So after Libra, you got Scorpio. Is that right? Is that right? Is that right? Yes. I just want to make sure I have that right. Is that right? After Libra, Scorpio, hold on. Cause I be fucking up sometimes. Yes. After Libra or Scorpio. So you just went through. I have to explain this so you can see it. You just went through Aries, Gemini. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, and now we're in Scorpio, right? Scorpio is like, okay, from here to here are the signs of the self. From here to here, from here to here are signs of the social aspects. So as Cancer was the emotional self of, the emotional body of you as an individual, Scorpio is the emotional self of, or the emotional intelligence of knowing when I go out, if I say this, then this person will feel this way after I said what I just said, right? It's being intelligent enough to be like, I'm not going to say certain things a certain way, because if I do, well, then motherfucker, they might cry, or they might try to hurt me, or they might try to do some stupid shit. You follow me? That's basically, that in a nutshell, that's basically what this energy is. But the reason why this is important is because it's pure. It's pure. It's pure energy. It's there's no malice, if that makes sense. It's pure energy. And this is also where the sex and bodily fluids exchanging happens in Scorpio. It's where you can be like, hey, I want to be intimate with this person because I like their intelligence. I like what I see from the other social signs, and it meshes with the self, right? So that was Scorpio. I'm sorry, that is Scorpio. So now we're at Scorpio. So what is Scorpio? It's a water sign. It's a fixed water sign, which means that it can be rigid, but it can also be really focused and high intensity. So now we have, at the fixed, it rules the sex organs. It rules something else besides sex organs. Hold on. It rules the sex organs, and it rules hormones, the endocrine system. So Scorpios are usually extremely either hypersexualized or not sexualized enough. It's one or the other, right? Now, granted, if you have like a Virgo moon or something like that, you could be more grounded and shit, or Libra, But this is like specifically if you have all Scorpio placements, motherfucker, you're a sex addict, right? But you have a lot of power with that. You can do some shit with that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, I'm not reaching it. So that's Scorpio. Scorpio self-salt. Hold on, I'm over here now. Scorpio self-salt is calc phos. Calc phos, right? So you have calc phos. So the food sources are veggies in general. It says herbs, which, by the way, in case you don't know, herbs and veggies are the same thing. Like it's basically the same thing. So I don't even have to write that. But because it's the same thing. Like a vegetable is a herb because it grows on the fucking ground. But burdock root is a type of vegetable, but we call it herb because it has a different effect on the body. It's more of a healing effect. But you can also use it in cooking. Like rosemary, it's a herb, but you can use it in cooking. It's also a vegetable. So anyway, we got veggies, almonds, cucumbers, oats, soybeans. Be careful with soybeans. You don't want to eat too many soybeans. Even though soybeans can be good for you, you gotta be, use your own discernment. Dandelion, greens, cherries, seeded cherries, not no non-seeded grapes or cherries, nothing like that. If you ever get a fruit and there's no seeds in it, I would throw that shit away. I wouldn't eat that shit. So spinach, and you know what's funny? My grandfather, when I was a child, he would always be like, "Hey, why are you eating that? There's no seeds." But I never understood what the fuck he was saying until I got older. Spinach, squash, pumpkins. Dairy products also help. Also give this, but we already know what dairy products is giving. Is giving pus, is giving bacteria, is giving hella extra shit that's just not supposed to be in our fucking bodies in the first place. So I'm not writing that shit down. If you eat dairy or if you drink dairy, that's on you, nigga. But I ain't drinking that shit, and I'm not writing that down because I'm not about to teach my students to fucking drink dairy. But anyway, unless you're a baby, like a newborn baby, and you're trying to drink breast milk, different. You're supposed to be drinking breast milk, but not no fucking milk from a cow or no fucking, no. Anyway, if you're a Scorpio, write that down. You gotta write that down. Peace, fam. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. If you are enjoying, please send some money to that Cash App to be some donations, and then please share the live and comment. Free. I appreciate you guys. That was Scorpio. Now from Scorpio we got Sag. Sagittarius rules the. Oops, almost fucked that up. The thighs. Now remember, we from Scorpio we got all the emotional aspects from the whole thing. Now when we get to Sag energy is the first of the God signs. The first of the collective signs. So now that we get here, now we're wise, and we see it from ourselves to the social, and then now we're going to go into the collective. Now, Sagittarius are philosophers, right? They think of things in a really broad spectrum. They might like to travel a lot, see new things. But yeah, Sagittarius is a fire sign. It's mutable. Is that right? Yeah, it's mutable, and then it's rules the thighs. This area of your body, it rules this area. So it's self-salt. Hold on a second, family. hold on. The reason why I'm taking so long because this is not. For one, my internet is acting slow as fuck, and then two, the self what I'm reading right now doesn't seem right, and so I'm making sure that this shit is right because it doesn't seem correct. God damn, hold on. The one thing about Dr. Layla Africa, R.I.P. By the way, he is a great man. The one thing about him, in his books, the way he writes in the books, sometimes it'd be like, wait, that didn't make sense what you just wrote. But I'm following the overall premise, but in specifics, that makes no fucking sense. So hold on, I had to hold on a second. I had to dig again because the South Salt for Sag in his book is lead, but we know lead is not good for the body. So, and he does that and it's not on purpose, because he remember he wrote a lot of books and he's a one-man show, right? So I'm not blaming him for none of that, but we still got to be aware of him. Follow me. Comment 333 if you're feeling free. And let me know how you're liking the live so far. I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna do another one where I'm going over the different herbs instead of cell salts necessarily. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this information. Do you guys like the information? Do you not like the information? Do you like the fact that I'm using a board, or would you rather have a PowerPoint, or what? How you guys? Found it. It's silica, not lead. Silica oxide. Silica. And silica is an important substance to have in general. Hold on, let me get to the food aspect. So, foods, you have millet, you got brown rice. Even though brown rice, I've done some research, but I'm not exactly sure. But I've heard, not just heard, I've read in some books that brown rice is just white rice with molasses on top of it. Not entirely sure because I haven't actually done the chemical, experiment of my damn self. But brown rice, whole grains, and to be honest, I'd rather do whole grains than brown rice. Period. Whole grains. And whole grains, fam, I need to put this up here. Whole grains like quinoa, kamut, Kamut, oats can be a whole grain. You can have teff, which can be a whole grain. You can have whole grain wheat, right? That can also be a whole grain. Whoops, I spelled that wrong. It's really about having it say whole grain and not saying whole wheat. There's a difference between whole wheat and whole grain. Whole grain is taking the actual grain of the actual plant and making it into a type of bread in terms of wheat. Quinoa is a seed, Kamut is, I think, is also a seed. Oats is whole grain. Teff is also a seed, if I'm not mistaken. But like, these are all whole grains. So you want to get whole grains. And that's more than this. You can Google whole grains to get a whole big-ass list of whole grains. But moving on. Whole grains, peas, carrots. I don't like carrots. Carrots mess up my stomach. I really don't like carrots. But if you like carrots, more power to you. Cucumbers. And if you've noticed, cucumbers have been in almost every single one of these. Cucumbers is is a really powerful green food that people sleep the fuck on. Cucumbers is really good. So cucumbers, strawberries, parsley, stinging nettle, which is kind of considered more of an herb in terms of healing properties. I don't really see a lot of people eating stinging nettle, but I'm pretty sure that you could eat stinging nettle. Dandelion, you more likely have to prepare it correctly though. Dandelion, horsetail. Horsetail is considered more of a healing herb, but you could more than likely eat that as well. Bamboo shoots. Spinach. Nuts. Seeds. Lemon. And guava. If you're a Sagittarius, write that down, take a screenshot. Gotta get it in. Thank you guys for joining. If you are enjoying the live, please send me some love. Like the video, comment, send a donation if you're feeling it. With that being said, I'll move on to the next one because I just did this. So after Sagittarius, you have to go to Capricorn, right? Because now we went from I have the knowledge, right, the wisdom, right? I have the wisdom of everything I just learned, but now I need something. I need to have a way to structure it. I have to have a way to govern what it is that I just, or what it is that I just did, right? And Capricorn rules the bones, the knees, right? The bone structure, the knees, joints, things like that. Capricorn also is a cardinal sign. Likes to take action. By the way, if you're watching this in November of 9th, 2021, Capricorn season, when that shit comes around, we're going to see more government things happening. Whether it be lockdowns, whether it be coming out of new information, but it's going to be government things that are happening at around that time. Like things about like, I'm not going to get into it, but government things. And it's an earth sign. Right, and Capricorn cell salt, I think it's Calphos. Yes, it is Calphos. Actually, the next 3 signs are all Calphos. Right? The next 3 signs. So I'm gonna do it like this to save time. We got Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. All right, I'm gonna erase this. Cap rules, like I said, the bones, knees, and joints. Aquarius rules the calves, and Pisces rules the feet. So after you got Capricorn with the government structure, now you go to Aquarius, and Aquarius is the humanitarian. They like to help and give back and do things for the collective. Pisces it now goes to the subconscious mind, right? Now you can see subconsciously how to do things in a metaphysical aspect, because now you went through the humanitarian to help people. Now you're able to see things so fully, like such in a full circle before you go back to Aries. So these are all calc false. Almost finished with this, fam. This is the last sign. So once we go to calc false, you have veggies, almonds, cucumbers, oats, soybeans, dandelion, cherries, squash, pumpkin. If you are one of these signs, Pisces, Aquarius, or Capricorn, write that down. And this is more for your rising sign than anything. Write that down and take a screenshot so we can get all the stuff in. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys. I appreciate all you guys. So yeah, Cap, Aquarius, Pisces. And then as you get to Pisces, you start the whole system over again. So now, that is food for the stars. If anybody has a question or a comment or concern, please ask me the question, comment, or concern right now while we're here on the live. Does anybody have a question? Anybody have a question? Anybody have a question? Q&A. Does anybody have a question right now? Questions, comments, concerns? Anybody have something that they want to talk about when it comes to zodiac signs and health? Anybody have a question? Let me know. Anybody have a question? Let me know if you got a question. And also, please, if you enjoyed what you saw, please donate to that Cash App that's right there. I would really appreciate it. It will help me out so that I can continue to do these things for you guys. I'm doing these things for not just myself to learn information, but also because we as a whole need this information because it's not being readily taught to us. So please donate. And if you have a question, please ask. If nobody has a question within the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna end the live. So let me know if someone has a question. Question. Okay, it seems like nobody has a question. So I'm going to end the live here. Thank you guys for joining. I really guys appreciate you guys. Please donate to that Cash App down there. All right, guys. See ya.